Hi, my name is Scott Clifton. I'm the Executive Director of Farms International, and I have been serving in this position since 2018. I think the biggest impact of Farms is the fact that we are specifically working to strengthen the global church. So whatever impact we make is made with people who have a desire to pursue God and use everything that they have to also impact those around them as they follow God. And so our impact impacts individuals who are stewards of what God provides them. And when they use those resources, then they're able to impact both the individuals and the whole community around them. One of the stories that has stuck with me from when I've traveled, I was in northern Thailand, and I was meeting with a group of 4 pastors, one of them who just 5 years earlier would have been considered a drunk and an outcast who wasn't invited into anywhere, was talking about how he received Jesus. He not only received Jesus, he became a pastor of a church. And then not only became a pastor, he received a farm's loan and was able to operate a coffee growing business. And he said the impact that all of this together has made in his life has been enormous. No longer is he the outcast, but he's invited over to people's homes and he's included in the parties and that sort of thing. And so you can see the personal transformation in his life, but I also see the gospel movement that's happening through him as well. And so to be a part of that is really exciting and humbling as well. But to see God move in that way is really cool. The greatest joy that I have from being involved with Farms is just knowing that people are provided with a hope. People who already have found the ultimate hope in Jesus, who are still struggling in that daily struggle for making ends meet, for food, for water. How are you going to educate your kids and raise them up to have a better future and those sorts of things? When you're in a consistent environment of poverty, then it's easy to lose hope. So to be able to instill hope, but that it's not a false hope, it's a real hope that provides a better future and provides the means to carry out those things that you desire to do, like give your children a good education and to have financial stability and to give generously to church and ministry so that it can advance. To see the stories and hear about people's hearts to serve the Lord in that way is very impactful. One other story of impact that I'll share is talking with a pastor in Bangladesh. And he was explaining he had just taken a farm's loan so that he could operate a pharmacy, but also operate as a book room. And he asked about why he had pursued this business. And he was very honest in saying that his intention wasn't to make really any profit from this business, but his intention was that it would be a place that he could share the gospel from. So during the COVID time, pharmacies are considered an essential business. He was able to operate that pharmacy, but since he put the book room with it, it gave him an opportunity to discuss spiritual matters with people who might be curious and asking questions, and it gave him a place to do it. And so I know that his intention is to use everything that he has to build in the kingdom of God, and it's apparent through how he operated that business. If you're on the fence, I'd just ask if there's ever been a point in which you personally have needed financing for anything. Ask how hard it was to receive that financing. Ask what process you had to go through, especially if you're in a position where you've ever tried to operate a business or tried to do something where there's some inherent risk involved in, and say, what was the process like for me to receive financing or to even apply for it? Now put yourself in a position where you have no collateral, you have nothing you can offer up to convince the bank that you'll repay, or if you don't, that they'll be covered. And then say, how do you break out of the cycle? Everything requires an investment of money to set up at the front end of it. And if you're not able to connect with any resource, then you're in this cycle and this trap. And if you've ever benefited from that, maybe you could be part of the process of breaking the cycle for people all around the world. And so that would be my encouragement, is that you can help people benefit in the way that you've also benefited. And you can also just be encouraged by the fact that you're helping believers who are passionate about including the kingdom in what they're doing. So they're not just a business owner, they are a business owner who follows Jesus and uses everything that they have for his glory.